Hi folks, I just want to make a couple of more videos. Hope everybody's okay. Love to everybody out there. Don't forget you can get me on my website, jasonburnspreacher.com. You can get me on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, PayPal, etc. Amazon. It's good to be with you. Love to everybody out there. I want to make this video, and I'm going to make a couple of other videos. I just feel like there's a few issues that I want to talk about. In this issue that means a lot to me is I've always been proud of our armed forces. I'm quite patriotic that way, and remember our troops going into the Falkland Islands, liberating the Falkland Islands. I remember, we're having D-Day celebrations today, and I'm proud of our troops and what they did in the Second World War in liberating Europe from the tyranny of Nazism. So, and I'm very proud of the British military because I believe that they they do a hard job and they keep our safety. So I respect them highly for what they do. So we've got D-Day celebrations today, but I just think it's hypocritical of our government, and it's hypocritical of those who are in political power. They're celebrating D-Day celebrations, and yet there are paratroopers, there are military personnel that have fought in Afghanistan, that have fought in Northern Ireland, that have risked their lives for us, that have been investigated. And so, like, these investigations go on for like a couple of years. They have their whole lives upturned. Many times nothing is found, but that they've had the trauma of like years of having to be investigated from privates to generals, and it's traumatizing. And then on top of that, there are a few that are put into prosecution, and I just think it's totally, utterly wrong. I think it's really, really disrespectful to the armed forces. It's disrespectful to them and what they've done, especially when they've served in difficult circumstances. And I think it's so disgusting. I think it's disgusting that in Northern Ireland, the IRA, who have butchered people, who have blown people up, innocent people, that they are not allowed to be prosecuted. So they're free from prosecution. And yet our own troops, our own soldiers that have fought in Northern Ireland and served in Northern Ireland are being prosecuted. And I think this is disgusting. I really think it's absolutely disgusting. And I just want to say to any paratrooper out there that I believe, and I'm sure I speak for many people, that the British people think this is disgusting. It's absolutely horrendous. And I think we should have the respect and dignity to the armed forces that have fought in around the world and in Northern Ireland. And so I just pray that this video might help soldiers to just to encourage them. I know many have said it already, but to encourage you to know that the people of the United Kingdom back you, are behind you. But also to any of these snowflake politicians to get some guts, to just get some guts and begin to put your foot down on political correctness and say enough's enough, because it shows you the mess that we're in the country, in our country, when the IRA are not prosecuted, and yet our own soldiers that have done nothing wrong are prosecuted. It shows you the complete utter mess that we're in as a country, and I'm going to address that in the next couple of videos. So I just hope that this video causes cognitive dissonance to some of the snowflake politicians out there to realise that, you know what, enough's enough. Enough's enough. You've got to stop this political correct nonsense because it's destroying our country. You're destroying our armed forces. What is that going to do to the morale of the British Armed Forces? You're a young man, a young woman, you join the army, you're about to go into battle, and you hear that your own soldiers are being prosecuted when they go into battle, when they go home. How's that going to work? You're not going to get the recruits that you need. You're not going to have the morale in the army. You're setting yourself up for a fall. So if we're in a war, our troops are not going to have the courage of their convictions. Why should they fight for a country that is just going to put them in prison when they get back? Doesn't make sense. So this political correct namby-pamby state that's been created is creating its own demise. We'll get wiped over by Russia. We'll get wiped over by China. We'll get wiped by anybody who wants to wipe the floor with us, because our armed forces will be so discouraged and so demoralized. So it's imperative that these soldiers, their rights, are honoured and protected. That's what I think. Take care.